Okay, assalamu alaikum.
Timid entry, right? And because he has been waiting. So this will cheer him up. Over.
All right. I'd like to begin by praising God and I ask him to send his blessings upon his messengers like Moses, Jacob, Jesus, Muhammad, peace be upon them all, to righteous men and women who've lived, like Mary, the mother of Jesus, Aisha, the wife of Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and to everyone here, and to Southern Cameroonians particularly, and to the world. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. May peace, mercy, and blessing of God be with you. I'm sure we've been having an entertaining, or is it edutaining day? So let's have a few rules of engagement. I trust everyone's phone is on silence or vibrate. And then my teacher told me that, and I checked later it's true. He said when you are in a class or when you are acquiring lectures, 93% of what you get is from the lecturer, is from paying attention to the lectures. Only 7% comes from other things, giving your emails. So don't write when I speak. Focus. And inshallah, we're going to get the best. So, rolling back violence through interreligious tolerance. You know, that, I think that's a very intelligent subject Prof chose for me. And you can see Al Imran, chapter 3 of the Quran, verse number 64. This verse advises Muslims when they engage. All right, sorry. Another rule of engagement is distraction. Once you distract me, I'll stop for 5 minutes. Distraction means talking to your colleague or movements. I'll stop for 5 minutes and then we continue. Let's go. So we're told in the Quran, we're going to see what the Quran is in the process. But for now, since we have a verse there, Al Imran, it means family of Imran, family of Mary. So you see, we know who the family of Mary is. You'll be surprised. 64 of the verse, the 64th verse of that chapter says, "Kul ya alil kitab." Say, O people of the book, "Ta'alaw ila kalimati sawa'in baynana wa baynakum." Come into common terms as between us and you. You know, when there's conflict, the best thing is to sit and dialogue. Come into common terms. In other words, what is different, let's preserve it for another day. Let's focus on what is the commonality between you and me. Common term number one, Allah na'budu illallah. There is no God worthy of worship except one God. Wala nushrika bihi shay'an. Let's not associate partners unto the God. Wala yatakidda ba'duna ba'dan arbaban min dunillah. But let's not also erect lords amongst us and patrons and look upon them as God. I see some logic in here. When we start worshipping human beings, when one man can hold the lives of 20 million hostage and nobody can talk to them, we are making them lords and patrons. For in tawallah, the Quran says, but if they will not listen to you, for kullu shahadu bi anna muslimun, say we are Muslims bowing our will to Allah. So at the end of the day, if they fail to listen to you, does the Quran say kill them? It says no, tell them, no problem, but I am a Muslim. We are going to see who a Muslim is. No. Just go back. All right, so we're going to adopt a very simple formula from the word three. Let's spell three, please. T-H-R-E-E. So let's knock off the last three, the last two, E-E. We have T-H-R. So we have text, history, and reason. I'm going to link my ideas to one of those. So I want you to also follow me, linking your mind to one of those, T-H-R. All right, so there's a pop quiz there. You'll be surprised, I have lessons that I offer, or we offer, before the crisis. Now people don't have time to sit in classes. In a place called the Peace Research Center. I happen to be the president there. So we lecture some pastors, we have interfaith dialogues. So you'll be surprised that when people who've been reading the Bible come, I decide to start a class with a pop quiz. And for 5 years, if I have 20 students per se, not more than 3 have gotten all the answers correctly. And sometimes I even entice them with some gifts and prizes if the answers will be gotten correct, but nobody wants to take the prize. And we can still try here. So pop quiz number 1. Which is the language of the New Testament originally? Anybody can just answer. Sorry? Just answer. Good. That's answer. And the rest of the hall is silent, so we take that for the answer, okay? Which is wrong. Sorry, son. New Testament is Greek. All right. So, what is the second name of Jesus? The surname of Jesus?
Emmanuel.
Emmanuel. Another try? Christ. All right. See, again, this is where we go. Don't be surprised, you're Christians. Jesus has no surname. A surname goes to the Father. The man hasn't got a father, an earthly father. Christ is not Jesus. His name is not Jesus Christ. The original language, which is Aramaic, his name is Yahushua al-Mashiach. Al, in Arabic and Hebrew, are suffixes. You can say the. So it's Yahushua the Mashiach. Jesus the Christ. So he's not Jesus Christ, son of Joseph and Mary Christ. No. All right, so okay. So pop quiz over. Everybody failed. So let's continue. My thesis on the subject is that religion must be correctly comprehended to ensure tolerance. Talking about bringing peace via religious tolerance, religion must be properly comprehended. Agreed? All right. Please. So let's define a few words. I think words really don't have any meaning until put in a context. I'll give a few examples. Let's look at the word, the sentence, I love this course. C-O-U-R-S-E. So if someone left this hall now, or a university premises, saying that, we said we should stop writing, right? And we are writing. If we're in a primary school, I'll ask the writers, what last thing did I say? And trust me, they will not tell you the last thing you said. So let's focus. You'll be giving the notes. Prof has it. So yes, please.
I'm writing my own thoughts. I'm not writing your thoughts.
Okay, all right. I didn't even notice you were writing. Okay.
Just so you know, if you see me writing, it's not that I'm not paying attention.
Paying attention. All right, understood, ma'am. Okay. I love this course. So if someone left here and maybe besides Boulangerie Frances and say, I love this course, what inference can you make from it? They love the course, the teachings, right? Or coming out from a university classroom. What about a young girl sitting at White House restaurant after finishing her meal says, I love this course? Same pronunciation, same word, same sentence. What does it mean? She loves that course. What about a student in a classroom and the teacher says 1 + 1 is 6. Another teacher says Cameroon has always been 1. Another one says there's no Anglophone problem. And one student turns to the other and says, I love this course. What does that mean? Same setting. He means exactly opposite, right? So words actually mean nothing until you put them in context. Therefore, let's try and define our terms. I'm a debater, and one thing that happens in the hearts of debaters when you're in debate is the definitions of words. Once you don't define your terms carefully, the rebuttal of your opponent will be devastating on you. So you start committing fallacies, tu-ku-kui, false dilemma, equivocation in particular. The fallacy of equivocation particularly is changing the givens. For example, you say x equals y, and y equals 2. X equals 1, y equals 2. Therefore, x plus y is 3. But in explanation, you change it and say x plus y is 4 because the person didn't pay attention. You're changing the givens. Equivocation. So let's go to the next one. So let's define violence. Violence is the use of physical force so as to injure, abuse, damage, or destroy. That's violence. You see, to injure, abuse, damage, or destroy. This one comes from two words, abnormal and use, all right? Which means there is the normal way to use something. There's a normal way to speak to someone. There's a normal way to sleep with a woman. There's a normal way to address a situation. Once you abnormally use all of the normalities, then you're abusing those things. So you can see, I think it's a broad-based definition somehow. Let's go to the next, please, quickly. Religion of course, is a belief in and worship of a superhuman controlling power, especially a personal God or gods. In theology, the word religion, the root word, etymology, comes from the word connect. So it's trying to reconnect to your creator. So you see, because some people say, look, I don't believe in religion, but I believe in God. I said, define religion. What do you mean religion? You don't believe in religion, but you believe in God. I'm sure they want to say they don't believe in mainstream organized religion, like Islam, Christianity, Hinduism. But if you believe in God, then you believe in religion. The problem is you don't believe in the kind of religion I do. But the word religion is reconnecting to a superhuman power. So you can call it a superhuman power, you can call it God, Yahweh, but it's something that is beyond your understanding. Reconnect, okay? Next, tolerance is the ability or willingness to forbear the existence or opinions of behavior that one dislikes or disagrees with. The ability to agree with things that you can understand, though you won't agree with. But we have to understand to tolerate properly. When you don't understand, you have not tolerated. You've either accepted or you're ignoring it, and it will come back one day. Soon as you understand properly, you'll be able to tolerate. Okay? There are Muslims who cannot tolerate any Christian touching the Quran. Why? Because they don't understand. If you beat them after 100 years, they will still not understand. But soon as they understand that a Christian can do, then they can tolerate. Like Christians would say a lot of things which are on a hard point for non-Christians, but soon as they can understand a different perspective, now we can tolerate. Let's carry on, please. So now, what is religious tolerance? Bringing the second and the third together. Religious tolerance is the ability of people allowing other people to think or practice other religions and beliefs. This one, to allow, to let it happen. What really can you let happen if you don't understand it? So when you let it happen, it should come from a background of proper understanding. We have a lot to cover, and we don't have so much time. All right, now Christianity and Islam. These are the, no, just go with me, please. These are the most popular religion in the world. Christianity